Hi, this is Brad to give you a little playoff review and my playoff predictions for the NBA 2009. Up first, we have the Utah Jazz against the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers are just going to be too powerful. Plus, the Utah Jazz kind of stumbled into the playoffs as it is. So I'm going to go with the Lakers in 4 to 5 games. I'm going to actually say 5 games there. Up next, you have the New Orleans Hornets going against the Denver Nuggets. That's going to be more of a challenge. I'm actually going to pick the Denver Nuggets in 6 games there. I think Chris Paul and the Hornets will put up a fight, but I think the bench of the Denver Nuggets will prevail. Plus, they've been on fire all season, and I think that they're actually going to have a chance at taking over the Lakers if they make it that far. Up next, we have the Houston Rockets against the Portland Trail Blazers. As much as it's going to be very interesting. I think the Rockets, if they stay healthy enough, and if Yao Ming does what he's supposed to, I think the Rockets will take this in 6 games, even though Portland Trail Blazers like to run and gun it. But I think Yao Ming will just totally overtake Greg Oden, who's pretty much been useless for the Trailblazers. Up next, we have the Dallas Mavericks versus San Antonio Spurs. Great Texas matchup, which I would actually be okay with either of them winning it, even though I am a big Mavericks fan. I gotta be a little bit biased here, even though Tim Duncan is the master down the middle still. I like him a lot better than Shaq. He definitely took over big time for David Robinson, and he's led them to many NBA Finals. But, however, I feel in this round, though, that the Dallas Mavericks have the better bench, and if they are hot and they are on fire, despite the outstanding work of Tony Parker, which he'll have in this series, I believe the Dallas Mavericks will take it. They do not have anybody to guard Dirk. In the Detroit Pistons versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, well, it's a no-brainer right there. I'm going with the Cavaliers in 4. LeBron James is just too tough. Chicago Bulls versus the Boston Celtics. Despite the fact that Kevin Garnett won't be with the Celtics during the playoffs, or so we know thus far, I'm actually picking the Boston Celtics to win this in 6 games. The 76ers versus the Magic, well, that's a no-brainer. The Magic are going to win that in 4 games. Nobody in the 76ers can match up with Howard. And plus Turkoglu's a real awesome threat down the 3-point lane. So once again, I picked the Magic at 4. The Miami Heat versus the Hawks. Well, the Atlanta Hawks are the surprise team this year. They're doing great. They have a really awesome players. But I think the Miami Heat are going to come alive with this one and win in 7 games. Now, who do I think is going to make it to the Western Conference Finals? I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. It just depends on who's on fire. I know it's going to be the Lakers. It could be the Denver Nuggets. It could be the Mavericks. I'm not seeing Portland or the Rockets making it there. And I certainly don't see the Hornets making it there if they somehow get past the Denver Nuggets. If the Spurs make it, well, it's either going to be the Mavs, Spurs, or the Lakers making it out of the Western Conference. I don't see anybody beating LA, though, as much as I am a Mavericks and a Spurs fan. Out in the Eastern Conference, with Kevin Garnett no longer being a threat or no longer being in the lineup for the Celtics, I definitely see the Cleveland Cavaliers making it to the finals. If it's the Lakers versus the Cavaliers, it's going to be the Lakers. If it's the Lakers versus the Mavericks, it's going to be the Cavaliers. If it's going to be the Spurs versus the Cavaliers, I don't know. That's a tough one. That could go 7 games either way. But anyways, this has been myself, Brad, giving you the my inside scoop on how I believe that the NBA Finals and the playoffs are going to turn out.